Hello.
Hello. How are you today? Happy Monday.
It's Monday. It's busy, but it's going to be okay, I think. I always say I think.
Hey, Nisei. Thanks for making the first comment in the live stream. All right. Hey, Hitmaker 9000. Um, oh, oh. And are they coming in from Twitter? Nice. All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the commentary zone. This is another week of mess. And today on the docket, we have first up Shahs of Sunset Season 9, Episode 6, A Nightmare on Destiney Street. Oof.
I thought she did a good job at the party, though. I enjoyed the.
She's an event planner. Of
No, but look,
course.
you know how sometimes they say, "Well, I'm an event planner," and you like for
No, but we've
who
seen
and
her
where.
stuff before.
I wasn't impressed by it personally, but I thought she did a good job with this one. I
Well,
really
what did
did.
she do? Well, she did that event in Vegas, but that wasn't so much of like a party event. That was like a boxing thing. So she was doing more promotions
Right.
to
That's the
me.
that's the that's why I kind of. I mean, and that's why this is. I think this is the first time we got to see her do it from
Mhm.
start to finish, and it was her own thing. So I really appreciated about her.
You know why I have like faith in her? Destiny has a very like creative imagination. She's
Hmm.
not afraid to go outside of the box. So someone with that much creativity, I figured they could just funnel it into someone's event. And she did a good job.
No, I thought she did a very
Hmm.
good job. I was like, oh, I would. Okay, I'll put this with her event. If I went to it, I would be happy to be there because I saw
Hmm.
I could see the effort she put into it.
And Reza was like digging into that food. He said it was marvelous. Mm.
Hmm.
And not just because a bitch is intermittent fasting. I want to try that. I keep on telling my friend, let's do it, but I just never get there. Okay. Basically, this episode was um everyone asking everybody else about the Elijah's welcoming party and the
Hmm.
fallout from that, a visit to a pumpkin patch, and then Destiny's Halloween dinner party fiasco. Um, to me, oh, and there was a little Botox scene in between with Reza and MJ, which I did not understand, but whatever.
Me neither.
I think Mike came with an agenda
He did.
to upset this party and leave early because the girl
Yeah.
was there, Paulina.
That's all it really was, in my opinion. That's really what he wanted to cause trouble because he's still in his feelings about getting called out by Reza, and he just wanted in my opinion, he really wanted to make Reza look bad in front of the group.
Mm-hmm. Hey Montana, hey Black Lavender, hey Yanni. Um, oh, thanks Yanni. I just found the background, if anyone else besides Yanni is wondering. Um, I just Googled Persian food and came up with this and I thought it was pretty. So we're just doing themed backgrounds for a little bit because I have nothing else better to do with my life. Okay, I'm confused. Who had the agenda, Mike or Paulina? I think, okay, Yanni, that's a real good question because Mike has the main agenda, right? But I think Paulina has a minor agenda that she can't figure out whether she's sticking with it or not. It's like she wants help, but doesn't
Hmm.
know how to accept it. I don't know, like maybe Mike's duel is really impressive, or he's got this girl so beat down mentally that he basically says a few key words and she snaps to attention and falls in line. That's all I gotta say.
Hmm. I can agree with that because she seems very. Mm, how can I put it? It's like she she seems stuck and she doesn't have a clear direction of what she wants to do. And I think that's what's hindering her at this point. She keeps going back and forth, and
Mm-hmm.
she can't do that. She can't keep going back and forth. She has to pick a lane and just go with it.
Yanni, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm thinking it's just the liquor. Cause she tries to get liquid courage, and I think it just confuses her more. I would hate to think it was any sort of medication because she has children involved, you know?
Hmm.
Not that that liquid courage is much better, but ugh. Hey Trey, hey Susan, hey Farmata. Um okay, the event started out good enough, right?
Hmm.
These questions, who wrote these questions?
That was some I that was some shady stuff right there. I'm sorry, it really was.
Honestly, all of them could have applied to Mike, but if you wasn't guilty, you wouldn't have gotten upset. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because didn't he marry for money with Jessica?
Well,
Okay.
that's the way it came across to me.
And he probably has very high credit card balances every month. It's sad that Gigi was the only one who admitted to all five of her credit cards having high balances
Right,
every month.
because Gigi don't care.
And hers are paid.
That too.
Hers are paid. And what was the Ponzi scheme? Wait, what Ponzi scheme?
That was intriguing to me. The Ponzi scheme was intriguing. I'm like, what's going on with that? Because um,
And Reza got to have the dirt on it because you notice, like the only person he attacked with regards to the questions was Reza, who was just sitting there eating, 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 and he's like, "What did I do now?"
I was just sitting here eating.
What was the little scuffle between Mike and Destiney the last time, right before he actually left with Paulina? Remember, he went around the table, she was there, and I think Nema had to get up and like go between the two of them. What was going on there? Did she grab a hold of his SWAT jacket or something?
I think she pushed him or something, which I was like, don't do that. You don't
I
put your hands
saw
on
the
people.
push first, but there was like
I think they were in each other's
another
face.
interaction.
I think they were in each other's face because she got upset because she felt disrespected in her home and she wanted him to leave. And he kept trying to take Pauline, and Pauline was just sitting there like, hmm. And then, but Disney wanted him removed right away.
I kind of agree with Destiney. I really do. He came in a certain mindset that was not in tune with the evening's events. Right? He just didn't
Right.
want to be there. He was just openly argumentative. If you don't want to be here and you don't care about the people who are here, then get out. I saw where she pushed him, but it was when they got to the top of the table by where she was sitting. There was some extra interaction there. Did anybody else see it? Destiney was grabbing him. He pushed her back. Can't fault Mike. Okay, so Yanni, you did see it because I thought he pushed her in her stomach.
No, she grabbed
She
him.
grabbed. That's what I'm saying. I wanted to know if she grabbed a hold of something on him, or was it the jacket he was holding? What it was, which caused him to push her in the stomach. And Nema got involved. Mike was sitting down there screaming like a bitch. No, not Mike. Reza. And all the other guests who are not full-time cast were just sitting down there going, "What the hell is going on here?" Um, Anyone else see a trend with Nema enjoying dressing like a woman? He was downright giddy. Yes, he's a little too comfortable in that. And it's amazing that him and MJ wear the same size. Huh?
But he's lost weight though.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that he's lost weight.
Oh gosh. All right. So any other comments at the beginning? I'm confused what happened. Okay. Even since the beginning, so I'm confused about what happened before the party. The circus is on fire, but she can't understand anything. Paulina need to stop telling Destiney or whoever else all of her business. Either if you're going to stay with Mike and deal with all of his behaviors and BS, then you're condoning that and you're down for it. So stop talking about it. You in
Right.
on it. You good. But don't go telling everybody, making everybody seem like you in this mentally abusive, possibly physically abusive situation. And then when he says, Paulina, you like, what? No, I didn't say anything. Stop it, girl. Because to me, that's like crying wolf. And when you're going to really need help, nobody's going to look at you.
Exactly.
Just saying. Anything else in this episode?
In this one, it's just I need Paulina to. How can I put this? Paulina has some answering to do, in my opinion, and here's why. It is because she's playing this game. It's like she's playing a game, and she's involving everybody. From my standpoint, it really feels as though she's trying to pit mostly all the women against Mike to make him suffer. I think deep down she's enjoying him going through this turmoil with his friends.
That's a dangerous game she's playing because
It
you
is.
said the operative words, his friends. Unless I don't know something, the connection with Paulina, these are his friends. As bad as he is, there is a loyalty there to him before you. Unless he does something really, 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 really bad. Let's see. Paulina pushed her to do it at the party. She said, I feel awful. You can't say anything, Destiney. Again, she's juicing up the right one because Gigi doesn't care. MJ isn't going to go against Mike. So who's the other one left? Destiney.
And she knows Destiney can't keep her mouth shut for nothing.
She can't keep her mouth shut. And let's call the thing a thing. She's always in need of a storyline. So
True.
So she's going to be the one to blab it, right? Because she did this with the MJ Reza thing last night, where she last year, where she was just like to Reza, MJ knows. Like, this is the same thing.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, Ablavi. I don't know. Wait. Okay, this is my one last question about this episode that is totally off topic. What were the things that Reza had on his legs that were inflating? Does he have like does he have an injury? Does he have lymphedema? What is going on with that contraption on his legs?
Not a clue. I was like, floaties? What's going on here?
Interesting. Okay. Sorry, wrong. I embellished. Okay.
Oh, okay. I have two questions before we head out. One, are you with me on this one? I'm not buying MJ this season.
I've been told you that. I feel she's behind it.
I'm not. No, I'm just like everything with her. Nothing comes across as genuine. I mean, nothing. Like when her lips are moving, I feel she's lying.
Right, and that's why I did not get the scene where her and Reza at Nurse Jamie's. Like, I thought MJ had crushed his soul by finding out that he couldn't ever see baby Shams. If that's the case, what you doing hanging out with her?
That's
and paying
my
for
thing.
her spa treatments? Because let's call thing, you know that he had to pay for that.
And then my thing is this: if you're not going to see baby Shams, and like he's still, and he's acknowledging the restraining order,
Mhm.
and he said nothing about removing it, but he still wants to sit there and boo-hoo and blow snot over not being able to see baby Shams when the restraining order is like the crux of the issue. I'm not
Mhm.
understanding him being so emotional about this.
He's become a baby over the years, don't you think? Like, an episode can't go by without him blabbering. Like, sorry.
That's true, but like, how are you crying over a situation you refuse to fix? Though I don't get it, and it's annoying.
Maybe much like MJ said, I can't get involved with Tommy's decision. Maybe he can't get involved with Adam's decision.
But I can definitely see that, but he needs to let this go at this point until the restraining order is dropped. Just stop bringing it up. Stop crying. It's annoying.
Oh, I would love that too. I agree with you on that. I agree. What do you think about what Trey says? I'm not mad at Destiney for wanting better for her friend. I'm mad at Paulina for putting up with Mike's BS. Yep. And
But I
involving the friends in it.
no, I get that, but here's the thing: Destiny, Pauline. To me, like Paulina is an accessory, and this is how I feel about friends and their significant others. I'm never friends with my friends' significant others ever, never, and I make that a clear point when we meet. And I always tell them, look, just so you understand, we will not ever be friends because when mess goes down, I'm gonna side with my friends.
Mhm.
Even if they're wrong, now I'm gonna cuss them out behind the scenes, like you did wrong. You shouldn't have done that. But I will never take your side in public, and we will not be friends. We will not be exchanging phone numbers. And I had one person ask me why. I said, here's the reason why. Is because this is my friend. We became acquainted through that person. It would be highly inappropriate if you two go through issues and then you coming to me with issues talking about my friend to me. Like to me,
Mhm.
that just breeds grounds for disloyalty, distrust. I don't get involved in it. No. Now,
Mhm.
if I meet you as a couple, it's equal
Right.
because you
Okay.
befriend the couple. You befriend the couple.
Mhm.
But if I'm friends with one before I meet the other, you side with your friend, and that's where Destiny's problem is. You're taking on this new girl who you met through Mike as a friend, and that's not what you do.
But I would like confirmation on that because these Shahs are a little different. It's like a very tight community,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of seem to know each other in some sort of way over the course of 3 decades. So
Mm-hmm.
I would like to know why Destiny feels she's so tight with Paulina, like how long
Right.
they've known each other. Because if she's known Paulina for just as long as Mike,
Mm-hmm.
like, when Paulina was married to her first husband or whatever, then it gets like into a gray area.
So basically, what you're saying, you want to know the extent of did they know each other
Yes,
prior? Because Destiny seems a little bit too comfortable with Paulina.
right. More
Okay.
comfortable than the other girls. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's fully vested. Or it could
Right.
just be dramatic destiny. I don't know. But I want to give her the benefit of the doubt at least once a season.
So I want to. Are you? I'm like, because now she puts it like, are y'all cousins?
Ooh.
I mean, because she's like you said, she's like the only one who's really invested in the situation. Everyone else is like, yeah, Paulina, we want the best for you, but if you don't stay, that's your business.
Yeah, they just think that she's one of Mike's, I hate to say it, but one of Mike's bitches. Like, sorry,
No, it's
like a
true.
toss away tissue.
I now that you put it that way, I agree with you. Because have you really noticed like no one outside of Destiny is really invested in Paulina? Like,
Mhm.
like like how they're invested in each other. Like
Mhm.
they're not invested in her at all. Only
They're
Destiny.
not. They're not. Like, eh, maybe, I don't know. I was about to say something really messy. Like, the first time she get off her leash from Mike, she runs over to Destiny house to bitch and moan.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I would like to default that Destiny's just hungry for a storyline and she's picked on Paulina, but I'm gonna give her one and only benefit of the doubt for the season. I'd like to know the extent of their relationship. If she just met her, it's storyline. If she's known her from back in the day, she might actually be concerned
Mm-hmm.
for Paulina.
Because think about it. Like, look at this. The way I'm looking at it is this way now. Because remember that group text message? Because like
Mm-hmm.
how they all reacted. They were just like, for real, this is what we
Yeah.
doing.
Again.
But Destiny's all like, oh my goodness, like we have to protect Paulina, and I'm like, oh, okay, go ahead.
Mm-mm-mm.
But
Okay.
that's interesting. Now you
Mm-hmm.
add new wrinkles.
Yeah. Yanni, okay. So it is because that's what I thought it was for, but when he started all of the sound effects, I kind of got confused. So okay. All right, so Reza just being Reza. Hey, paranormal witch. Let's see. I didn't care less about Paulina. Oh, Yanni, you don't care about Paulina? Reza's son doesn't like to be told no to anything. Ooh,
Yeah, Reza's a
okay.
brat. Reza is a brat,
But it was
and
good to know that he's still doing real estate, though.
that was good. And with Reza, if you know, he how can I put it? Like it's interesting that he wants to act as the moral compass of the group, but he'd
Mm-hmm.
be doing just as much dirt, if not more than the rest.
Oh
You
Lord.
know what I mean? Like he wants to say what everyone else has done, this, and that. But when they were pointing out the issues in his relationship, he wanted to fly off the handle. So you can't be the moral compass and call everyone else out and like try to berate them and tell them
Mm-hmm.
they suck when like, sir, you have your own issues.
I didn't like. I'm just going off topic here. It just popped into my head because I saw a kilt in my head, and I remembered Adam. I really didn't like how Mike just going low, attack Reza because you got a beef with Reza, but then to go after poor little Adam at the table. What did you have before you married Reza? He had a job. He might not have been buying gold bullion out of a vending machine at the local mall, but he had a job. He wasn't poor. He wasn't destitute. Mike, who might be on the verge of being destitute or
Right.
in
Like
jail from a Ponzi scheme.
right. I mean, like you don't. If you want to attack Reza because Reza's the one who said you. Adam didn't say anything,
Mm-hmm.
so don't take it on Adam.
But Adam stood up for himself and said, don't deflect.
Right.
Okay, so Yanni says, I think Paulina is not that close with her. She's just using her. What I see, if that Destiney is horrendous, but she defends women as long as it's not MJ. That's a good point, Yanni. She is like girl power kind of rah 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 rah. But I think she got burned by MJ. That's why Destiney doesn't defend
Mhm.
her anymore.
That's fair.
That's a really good point, Yanni. Oh my God, Yanni bet that none of them knew Paulina before all this.
I agree.
Okay, so these machines are often used after surgery. Yes, because the first person that I saw with one of these machines was Al Roker after he had a knee surgery. Yeah, that's why I was a little confused. Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh. I thought the same way about the jobs. Yeah, yeah. So good that Reza is still in real estate, but he just doesn't. What do you say? He keeps it on the down low or something?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that means that he selects his own clients as opposed to the other way around. Um, Good that Gigi is moving out of her current condo. Um, that's a lot of people that she had in there, though. I
Mhm.
didn't realize that. But she has had that place forever. So good for her that she's moving. Let's see. Hey, Cooch. Okay. Is Reza the machine super expensive? Oh, I wonder if you could rent them from your local, like, we have like medical machine supply stores. I live in an older area, meaning like older people, and we have like a lot of pharmacies and medical supply stores. I wonder if you can rent it from there. That'd be a good industry to like rent rehab equipment.
Mhm.
Okay. But yeah, Reza just being Reza. Oh la la. Okay, so what'd you think of Nema's outfits for the party? Who had
Man.
the best outfit?
Paulina.
Okay. And you didn't like Nema's outfit?
No.
I thought MJ took it in stride, especially when she heard that he did it with
Mhm.
Tommy.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Tommy was in on it, so she's like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. See, Tommy has, as much as Tommy is a loud ass, he does have a good sense of humor and he doesn't take himself too seriously. So he can take a joke, unlike some of these characters in this show. He's never good. He says it. Mm, okay. Last week I looked for one for my sister around 250. Okay, so they're about 250. Ooh, that's expensive. Well, but then again, if you don't need it, that's really expensive. But if you need
Right.
it for the therapy, then yeah, that's a great price.
Mhm.
Um, yes, Susan, Tommy's a New Yorker. Like, you got to have a thick skin, you got to have a sense of humor. You got to let a lot of shit go. Nema makeup was cute. Why did Gigi remove her makeup? I don't know. She looked like, by the time that dinner was halfway through, she looked like, a aging porn star who did one too many BJs in her latest flick. Like, what the hell happened? And her whole thing looked cute, and she just kind of ruined it. I was just grateful that Mike did not show up in the animal onesie that he did for the welcome party. I'm glad that he made an effort to come in a couple outfit with Paulina. I just think he had an agenda to get out of there as quickly as possible, so he's looking for any excuse. Um, Destiney, there was a better way to be a hostess. You were shady as hell and you were
Mhm.
egging him on. If you did write those questions, they were targeted at Mike.
Mhm.
Call a thing a thing. You getting up and pointing your finger and cackling like the Wicked Witch of the West at Mike again. Child, please. Um, and I did see she pushed him first. I just wanted a little bit more clarification on the last part of that altercation.
Exactly.
And MVP of this episode for me was Gigi. The way how she kept her cool,
Mhm.
she kept Destiney back, and really tried to calm her down. And second place was Adam when he came in at the very last minute and he kind of approached Destiney and touched her while she was still in a passion. And he pulled back immediately and said, I'm on your side, like, calm down, it's okay.
Mhm.
You know, I like how they really handled the situation much better than she did.
Yes.
Yeah, Destiny
It's,
ruined her own party.
for me, she was just doing the most for no reason.
Again, she's always in search of a storyline, though. That's how I
Yes,
feel. Wiki feet scores. That was strange and I didn't understand it, Trey. There's a lot of things that Nema does that I just don't understand. Is that a real thing, wiki
it is.
feet?
It is. So, like, I'm not sure if anyone else watches H3H3, which is Ethan Klein's podcast.
Oh my God.
With him and his wife, Gila. So they talk about wiki feet on their podcast, and it's a big thing. He's really happy because he has like a great wiki feed score, and yeah, so wiki feet really is a real thing where people literally go onto this website and judge other people's feet.
Okay. I'm gonna give him bisexual. I'm gonna give him bisexual. I don't, I think he has a little thing for Mike. He wants to test out that duel, but yet I think he still has a thing for women, honestly. Like, he confuses me no end. And did you see how he blushed when Reza told him about his eyes that they were popping or something like that? Oh my God.
I think Nema's one of those people who was the fat kid and he loves any attention he can get.
Is Nina trying to have any storyline since he's so out of the circle? Um, yeah, he's another one that struggles for storylines. He's
Who?
tried to Nema. He's tried
Yeah,
to be the mediator, but it didn't work last year. So now he's at a loss as to what to do.
true.
Okay, so since I don't know him personally, I'm gonna go with a hard questionable. You're playing it safe, Trey. Nema's a little weird, but I like him. Metrosexual? I think he goes a step beyond metrosexual. He's just come on, let's okay, let's do 50-50 bisexual or bi-curious. Let's do bi-curious. Oh God. All right, so guys, this was the Shahs of Sunset season 9 episode 6, A Nightmare on Destiny Street. Let us know your thoughts. Leave us some comments below. Maybe we missed something in this episode. It the last half of it was okay for me. The first half, I don't want to regurgitate. I don't want to hear about
Hmm.
last week. So I kind of tuned out. But the last half at the party, because it was so beautifully decorated, I wish they'd focus a little bit more on the food. I'm not sure why we have London there if she doesn't really say anything.
Right,
I feel like she could have diffused that situation, but was told to stay quiet.
right. You know
Um,
what it is? I think I agree with you. I think they told Lonnie, like, look, you're doing you're doing too good of a job of quelling the
mhm.
drama. We gonna need you to be quiet this episode.
What did you think about when Mike and Paulina finally got into the car and he said, "Keep your mouth shut until we get home"? There was
Mm-mm.
so many little,
Red flags for me. I'm sorry.
yes, like he's letting himself slip this season more than he has in previous seasons, and I'm not liking it.
No. I mean, dude, like my thing with him is like, why are you getting offended? If it wasn't the truth, you wouldn't be so offended, and that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have any personal money.
Mm-hmm.
They all know that. Fine, whatever. But Destiny, your all those questions were directed at Mike, and I think Reza had a hand in that too because why would you bring up Ponzi scheme and Reza immediately said Mike? That's another thing.
Well, Reza knows the dirt on everybody in this clique. That's the
Hmm.
dangerous thing about Reza. Mm, I just DP not want the mic thing every week. Oh, you don't want the mic thing every week. I agree with you.
Same.
But it seems to be the only thing driving this season storyline.
It's because Gigi's not acting up,
Mhm.
and Reza and MJ are quote unquote trying to make amends.
But are they really?
That's why I said quote unquote.
Have to out Mike so much. Yeah, well, I think that's Reza's role in this group, to the person who knows all of the information, and also the one who tells all the information. Yeah. Anyone who trusts Reza at this point is a village idiot. And if they didn't know that before the MJ debacle, um, they're more than a village idiot. Gigi's the adult in this cast. Something isn't right here. I know. Again, it goes back to what you said earlier, Twilight Zone. Nothing is making sense here. Nothing. Okay, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's carry on the conversation there. At the top of the hour, we have another confusing episode from Married to Medicine. Again, with some control issues, a marriage in crisis, a weekend getaway gone bust, some really odd hotel policy, infractions. But let's talk about Married to Medicine at the top of the hour at 3 p.m. Eastern and 12 noon Pacific. Any final thoughts, Jamal?
Not on this one. Not on this
Okay.
one.
All right. So until next time.
Of course.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.